In this video, I'm going to show you how to repair and fix a power tool. So if you've got a Makita or a DeWalt or a Milwaukee and it stopped working, but you seem to get the light on and the trigger still seems to be working, I'm going to show you how to fix your power tool, impact driver or drill. And we're also going to do a full restoration on this and bring it back to like new. So this is the state of the drill, as you can see, or impact driver. As you can see, it's in a bit of a state, and when you pull the trigger, absolutely nothing happens. So first thing we're going to do is remove the battery, and I'm just going to remove the broken clip off the bottom here, just because it's sticking out and we don't need it and it's broken. So we're just going to remove that. If you didn't have this on your device, then don't worry about that. Then what we're going to do is remove the back cover here, just the 2 screws. This is standard on pretty much all Makita impact drivers and drills, because the part we're going to replace is actually a serviceable part. I was given this impact driver because I was told by the previous owner it had stopped working, so they just bought themselves another one, where they could have fixed this for about £2.50. So once you remove this rear cover, just take off the back cover. It just removes like this, nice and easy. And then on the back here, you can see just in here there's 2, that's your motor stator, your central windings, and then there and there are your 2 motor brushes. You see there's one that was actually absolutely broken up as I pulled the cable off the end of it, and there's supposed to be another one in the other side here, and these should just slide out. If your drill has lost power or doesn't work anymore, most likely this is what the fault is. You're supposed to just be able to slide these in and out without too much of a problem. As you can see, these have got a bit of debris, and they've been in there quite a while. They're made of a similar thing to a pencil, graphite in a pencil, so they wear out reasonably quickly. As you can see in there, they're just stuck. So all we're going to have to do is just persuade them to come out. I'm just going to use a small sharp pointed object here. There is a little spring on the top just to push them down. Just need to remove that spring carefully. Don't lose it, because you will need to reinstall it afterwards. So that's one of the little springs. And then there's one just on the other side. These are easily removed, but a little bit fiddly, so just remove it. There we go, keep them safe. Now we've got to try and remove the old brush. These ones were well and truly stuck, and just took a couple of minutes of persuading with a small sharp pointed object, a small screwdriver, to get them to come back out. This is probably the most worked on part of the drill, that's why it's an easy to replace item. But being on the back of the drill, and you can see the state of this impact driver, they do get a bit of crust and crud in them. That's just part of the tool. In a second you'll see this one just pops out, and the other one is very broken up, so they do come out. This is maybe what you need to do to yours, but it's worth it to save yourself the money of having to buy a new impact driver or drill when there's really nothing wrong with it except for a serviceable part needs to be serviced. It's just a little bit tricky, a little bit of messing around. A little piece of the bush had fallen into the actual back of the drill. And there we go, managed to clear them all out, or what I thought had cleared them all out. You'll see in a second, one side's still a little bit gunked up, and that side's now looking nice and clear. So that's what you want yours to look like. And then here's the new brushes that I purchased for a grand total of £3.75 for 4. And then these just slide back into the end of the drill or impact driver, depending what device you have got, or your power tool. This will be the same for, I would imagine, jigsaws and angle grinders. These will all use a very similar setup. Let me just reconnect the wiring connector back onto the end, and that's one side in. This side was a little bit tricky. There was something just sticking out of the side that I didn't see, so just needed a little bit more persuasion to remove the little piece that was still stuck in there at the end. And that's it, out comes that extra piece. And then in a second we can then replace the brushes. A little tap just to make sure everything's out. And then there we go, it slides in as it should. So as you can see, this took a couple of minutes. Not exactly a difficult thing to replace for the price of a new impact driver or drill. And these are a serviceable part on the drill. That is why the back cover comes off so easily. And they are readily available. These were purchased off eBay for a pack of 4. And then all we need to do is just put the springs back on, which were a little bit tricky. So we just go back on the little post, bend the top round, and then clip it onto the top of the brush where the little groove is in the middle. See in the center there's a little line for it to go into. One way you can test your drill is use a multimeter on these 2 terminals on the back. If you pull the trigger on the drill or device you are testing and you get voltage there, that will just show you that the voltage isn't making it down to the stator of the motor, so the motor isn't turning. And then you'll need to replace the brushes for the motor. And there we go, we've got them in.
I